We've told you stories all day dealing with the vaping crisis here in our state. A big focus is on teens and how schools are trying to do their part.
Corinne Zell shows us how a local district has been on the forefront of educating students, teachers, and parents about the craze.
Elmbrook schools have put out 2 public service announcements. One talks about what vaping is and the different devices out there. The other focuses on the health risks. They aren't targeting one particular group, but the entire community.
These seniors at Brookfield East are the exception. They've never vaped, but say they've been around it since middle school.
Would you see people vaping at school?
Most of the time, that's where I'd see, so whether it's in the bathroom or at like a high school football game.
My friend tried my other friends, and her lungs burned. She said she felt like she was on fire because the nicotine was just so much.
The more we talk about vaping, the better. That's how the Director of Student Services for the Elmbrook School District sees it.
That they add in a component of vaping into that.
Tanya Frederick works with teachers and parents on what to look for.
I mean, a student could walk down the hall technically and be vaping and no one notice because of the way the equipment has evolved.
In the spring, results from a youth risk behavior survey found more than half the high school students in the Elmbrook district tried vaping by the time they graduated.
Were you surprised by the information?
I think what I was surprised about was the discrepancy between students using traditional tobacco products, such as cigarettes or chewing tobacco, versus students using vaping for nicotine.
Compared to 8% who say they've used other tobacco products like cigarettes.
They think that there's an association between tobacco-based products, right? They smell bad. They've been taught since they were tiny about the dangers of secondhand smoke and lung disease and all these things. And so when a product comes out that is vapor and has a water base in their mind and it smells fruity or doesn't smell at all, it seems clean.
To help teens understand this reality, Elmbrook is adding vaping curriculum for middle schoolers.
Do you think the conversation is important?
The conversation is definitely important to make people aware of the health risks and all the unknowns that are in vaping.
School leaders will also focus on addiction resources for teens already hooked.
Our survey data shows us that 50% of kids who vape have tried to quit unsuccessfully.
They'll go 2 days without it, and then they say that they're spiraling out of control. So I think that one of the main issues that high schoolers face is finding the resources without being judged.
The district also plans to put out a 3rd PSA. This one will involve high school students. We have these videos and a ton of other resources, including information for parents at TMJ4.com. Corinne Zell, today's TMJ4.